In this video, I'm going to share with you my full story of going from zero to $50,000 per month in about 3.5 years. And the reason why I'm making this video is not to flex or not to show off or not to talk about all my achievements, because if I wanted to do that, I'd have a lot more lifestyle videos on my channel where I'm just like flexing on you guys. The reason I'm making this video is to hopefully just inspire one of you guys who is on your path of making money or on your path of self-improvement right now. And I want to inspire you enough to keep going and show you what actually is possible. Because about 4 years ago, I was literally sitting in my college dorm as a freshman in college. I was broke. I was skinny because I wasn't eating enough or even going to the gym. I was playing video games for 4 to 6 hours a day and watching websites that I know deep down I shouldn't have at the time. And I was incredibly socially awkward. I didn't even know how to like talk to people and hold a conversation. It's honestly embarrassing to talk about, but fast forward now, about 4 years later, it's basically the exact opposite. I don't play video games anymore. My life is pretty awesome. I moved out of my hometown. I have the most amount of money I've ever had in my life. I have connections with friends who all run online businesses ranging upwards of $20,000 per month to even more than that. And it's pretty awesome. And I want to help more people do that. Like, that's awesome. Now, this video where I'm going to talk about my story, it's going to contain no flashy edits, no stupid ass thumbnails where people are sitting back in their chair. They're like, here's how to make all this money doing this one simple business model. Like, that shit is so corny. So we're not going to do that. And if you're looking for that, just click off of this video right now, because you need to experience more pain in your life until you're ready to sit and watch a more boring style video that actually provides real value. So just leave now. But if you're here and if you're ready to watch a more boring style video that actually will change your life, this is going to be that video for you. And so to talk about my story, we have to go all the way back to 2020 when COVID first hit. That's like where this whole thing starts. I was a senior in high school, so I graduated in 2020. And you see, at first when COVID hit, I was just like most people. I was depressed. I was playing video games with all my free time. I was lazy. I was doing shit I shouldn't have been, watching websites I shouldn't have been. And I thought the world just like sucked because I didn't even get to like really have like a graduation like most people, because it happened in 2020, which was my senior year. So I didn't really get to have like a real graduation, which is, I guess, what I wanted at the time. But the one thing about COVID, and I realized this about 2 months into COVID, so maybe like May 2020, I realized that you have like a ton of time during this pain for reflection. And so what I started doing is I started actually thinking about my life, and I realized that I was like low-key fucked, because the reality is I was going into college for a major that I did not give a single shit about, that would set me up to work a job that I knew I would probably hate, where I'd go to some like stupid corporate job with a suit and tie, and I have to sit there and pretend like I like the people there, and so I can build relationships and connections and move up the corporate ladder, and have to sit in traffic all day to go to work and sit in your stupid cubicle and act like you're doing work that you actually care about, barely making enough money to get by, and you can only go on vacation like once a year. I was terrified of that. And on top of that as well, I was also deeply terrified, and I don't know exactly where this comes from, but I was deeply terrified of being mediocre and average for the rest of my life. And so what I started doing is, during my free time in COVID, I thought the most logical thing is then let's start to look for other paths, because I didn't want to go through this path. And so I started scrolling on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube. I started looking up ways to make money online. And when I would watch videos from people, it would really piss me off, because I saw people my age or even younger than that just like flexing on me all day on social media. And it really, 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 really pissed me off. Mainly because at first I thought they were all just like scammers, just like a lot of you guys. But after actually scoping them out and watching their content for like months on end, I realized that these people were literally just smart. They're not special. And this pissed me off even more, because I thought that I was smart. And it pissed me off the most. Like what truly pissed me off the most and got me to a certain point where I'm just like, dude, I have to figure out how to make money online, It's because I had seen all these people and I couldn't even fathom how it would be possible because I had been brainwashed my entire life to believe that college and working a job is the only path to success. And so when I saw these people, it literally made me furious. Okay? I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 job. And what's funny now is after watching those videos and now after like literally hating 9 to 5 work, I happily work 5 to 9 on my business because working on your own shit is you'll work double. You'll work 16 hours a day on your own shit, then work 8 hours a day for someone else and build someone else's dream. And that's something important to understand. And so what I started doing after watching these people is I started becoming the man worthy. You don't just go from being a loser to like starting a business model and making money. And I kind of realized this at the time. I was like, dude, I can't just take my current situation and somehow just make money. Like, that's not how it works. You have to first start to transcend yourself. So I started getting on self-improvement. I was watching YouTubers like Iman, Hamza that would talk about self-improvement. And one of the things I learned, and I'm not sure who I learned it from, but it completely changed my life. It's called the rule of 3. And I talk about this on my channel from time to time, but if this is your first time seeing me, write this down, bro. The rule of 3 basically states that there's 3 currencies in the world. There's money, there's time, and there's skills. If you want more of one of them, you have to trade the other 2, okay? So if you want more money, you have to trade your skills and your time. If you want more time, you have to trade your money and your skills. And if you want more skills, you trade your money and your time. And I realized that if I was gonna make money online, I needed skills. In fact, I realized this after starting dropshipping. Just like most of you guys, I tried dropshipping. That was the first thing I ever tried. And I gave it like a decent shot for like 2 days. And I pussied out the second I lost a little bit of money. Who knows, maybe I could have made dropshipping work, but part of me realized that the business model was just like pretty shitty. Like, you only make 20% of what you actually earn. Like, it's kind of a mess. You're selling cheap shit from China and you're just trying to make it a little bit more expensive so you make a little, like, it's so stupid. You're not actually providing any real value and changing people's lives. But I also tried a business model called affiliate marketing. And some of you guys, if you've been watching me for like years, you might already know this, but I actually did affiliate marketing. And I actually found a little bit of success with affiliate marketing. I made a little bit of money, but the problem with affiliate marketing is it's a decent business model to make your first like little bit of money, but it's very, very, very hard to scale. Similar how like drop shipping is very, very, very hard to scale. Like, you can make a couple sales here and there, but to make 10K per month, it's like damn near impossible unless you're an ads expert, which I wasn't at the time. Again, I didn't have skills. And so something hit me in the face where I learned this rule of 3, and I realized that if I wanted to make more money, I had to provide more value to the marketplace, and I had to become more valuable myself. I needed more skills. And so what I started doing is I got started in sales. I started doing appointment setting. Now, here's the trick. This isn't like corporate sales, or this isn't tech sales, or this isn't anything like that, because I realized as well, everyone and their mother talking about, oh, this business model is the best, or this business model is the best. You know, one guy will tell you to go do drop shipping, and then minutes later, you'll see another guy that'll tell you to go do Amazon FBA or whatever. These people are trying to tell you what the best business model is, but they're all actually running the same exact business. They'll tell you to go do a different one, but they're running a business where they create content on social media and sell you some sort of course or coaching program. Now, you can get pissed off at that, but the dark reality of the world is that that is the best business model. And so I realized that if I started doing sales, I should actually go in and work with one of these kind of businesses, build my skill, see the ins and outs of how they run their business so that I can eventually do that on my own. And that's exactly what I did. I started working with one business as an appointment setter after finding like a decent amount of success with affiliate marketing, made like a little bit of money, but it wasn't anything special. I started doing appointment setting, where basically these businesses that sell courses or coaching programs, they sell items that are usually $2,000 or higher. Like think about a fitness coach that works with people one-on-one for multiple months. They sell something that's $300 a month, $500 a month, $2,000 for 4 months of coaching, whatever. These people though, you can't just like sell that in the DMs to people. That's not possible. And so basically these people get attention on social media, but they need an appointment setter that's going to take all that attention, get in the DMs with them, and convert them into meetings where someone else is going to jump on the meeting and close that deal for $2,000 or whatever their price is. And so for me, this was a really easy way to break into sales. I needed more skills. I needed something that can make me money now because I just wanted to drop out of college so fucking bad. It's insane. And this was perfect because all you need is literally the knowledge of like a high school education of how to talk to people in the DMs. Like you don't even need to know how to talk to people in person. Like I was very introverted, and I started doing this where I was sending messages on my phone, making money that way. And so this is where the story really begins, because this was the first skill that I ever built. But the main thing that really made this work is because I was able to see the ins and outs of how these people ran their business. Again, these people were selling a course or a coaching program, and I had a dark realization that that truly was the best business model. If it wasn't, nobody would be doing it. And so while I was working in these kind of businesses, I was making money, but I was also seeing the ins and outs of how they actually operate in their business, and I was taking notes so that I could eventually do it myself. And so 2021 comes around. I begin doing appointment setting. My first month of doing it, I think I made about $3,000 in commissions. My first commission was actually $1.40. It was actually on my first day, and the reason why is because I was in the DMs and I was talking to a lead that couldn't afford the higher end item, so I sold them something that was $7, and I got a commission for that. But basically, first month, made about $3,000. Second month, made about $4,000. Third month, made about $5,000. So things were pretty solid, actually. Now, it wasn't anywhere near the money that I really wanted to make deep down, but it was enough for me to believe that this shit is real. And that's all I needed at the time. It was enough for me to go to my parents and be able to show them that I can drop out of college. And I was insane enough to, after making 3K, 4K, 5K, like nothing else, and that's decent money, don't get me wrong, but there was like no real consistency with that yet. I literally went to my parents and I told them that I'm going to drop out because I believe deep down that if I dropped out and I had all the time in the day, I could figure shit out and make it work even better. And that's exactly what I did. I had the very uncomfortable conversation with my parents that I was going to be dropping out of college. And to make them feel a little bit better, I told them instead that I'd be taking a gap year after my first year of college. But I knew that that was going to be me dropping out. I told them it was a gap year just so they can kind of like calm down a little bit. And so I know a lot of people that like want to drop out of college or want to quit their job, but their parents don't let them. And that was almost the case for me. But the difference is when you wake up before your father and you're already like in the gym working out before he even wakes up, and when you're working all day long, and when you start building habits of somebody that could actually be successful and you prove to them that you are the type of person that's going to get there, they're a lot more susceptible to letting you drop out of college. If you're just playing video games all day, of course they don't want you to drop out of college. They want you to do something with your life. And the reason that they want you to go to college is for your best interest. For me though, I started proving to them that it actually wasn't in my best interest and that I was going to make this online shit work. And so what ended up happening, out of the grace of glory, I met one other guy that was actually running a totally different business. He knew how to fulfill the customers and he knew how to create content on social media and run ads. And I knew the sales skill. We actually met up together and we said, fuck it, let's start a business together. And that business at the time was helping people who are selling info products grow on TikTok and get more followers. And so this guy's name is Alex, by the way. We met up. We started a 50-50 business together. He would work with the clients and create content on social media. I would do all of the appointment setting and all of the sales calls, which I didn't even really know how to do, but we hired a mentor and I started working with a mentor and I started learning very, very quickly, because once you learn appointment setting, learning sales on top of that isn't actually that complicated. We built our own offer. And one thing that I want to talk about really quick, and I'll keep going in a second, but I want to talk about the idea of getting a mentor or investing into online courses. And a lot of you guys might be scared to do that, but I'll tell you this. If you know somebody that has exactly what you want and has gotten there through the exact method that you want to get there, you are insane not to pay them whatever they ask to learn, because the reality is you don't know things about the world that they do. And you should be willing to pay money to even just get around them, but also to learn from them things that you can apply to your own life so that you can speed up the process and avoid all of the problems and the pain that you're going to go through if you try it on your own. Now, you just have to do your due diligence. I'm not just saying go out and swipe your credit card and just blow thousands of dollars. Scope people out. Actually see if they provide value to the marketplace, or if they're just like flexing on you all day. See if they actually help people. Like, are their clients actually getting wins? And then if that's met, then you can decide to work with them. Because what likely would have taken me multiple years of me starting the business with my business partner and having to learn sales and him having to learn new things about creating content and things like that, what likely would have taken us like 5 years, we had what I call explosive growth, where we started this business together and we went from 0 to 50K per month in 150 days. That is insane. And it's actually kind of disgusting. The reason why, though, sure, I put in the work, he put in the work. There were tons of late nights. We were working 12 hours a day. We were pretty good at what we were doing at the time. Sure. But the main reason why, and I attribute most of my success to getting a mentor, and his name was Brad at the time. He actually unfortunately passed away about a year ago, but he taught me what I needed to know, and he helped me improve at sales and build my skill so much faster than it would have taken me on my own. It would have literally taken me like years to figure this shit out on my own. So we grew to 50K per month really quickly, and we kind of held at that pace because life was going good. Started going on trips to Mexico. I actually went on an entire trip with him and with 2 of our clients at the time to Mexico, where we literally worked in our Airbnb in Mexico for 6 weeks. Pretty incredible experience. I also did the same thing in the Canary Islands in Tenerife. That was pretty awesome too. But started to chill a little bit at 50K per month. And then on top of that as well, we started to slowly pull ourselves out of the business. So we hired actually an appointment setter. So I would stop doing appointment setting and I would just do sales. We hired an appointment setter. And so this is what really happened to me. And this is what changed. I could just end the video here and I could be like, oh, we grew to 50K per month. Like, oh, that's how we did it. No. What ended up happening, we grew to 50K per month, but ironically enough, and you just have to stick with me and try to process this through your brain, I hated what I was doing every single day. We were making $50,000 per month. I was maybe working 4 to 6 hours a day. I hated every second of it. When people say money doesn't buy happiness, that's partially true. If you're doing work that's unfulfilling and shit, you can make all the money in the world, but it's not going to make you happy. And the reason why it didn't make me happy is because we were working with people that I didn't care about, in all honesty. We were working with agency owners that were 40, 50 years old, helping them with their marketing and helping them grow on social media and helping them with ads. Like, I didn't actually care about these people. I couldn't even talk to, they just wanted to talk about like sports and like business and like just bullshit. I'm like, dude, I don't fuck with you. Here's what did happen though. When we hired our first appointment setter, his name is Fabio. Shout out to you, Fabio, if you're watching this video right now. I actually realized that I deeply love helping young men go through the exact same transformation that I went through. Of people binge watching videos on how to make money online and just being confused and lost and in pain because they really want to make this work, but joining shitty courses and just all this crap in the make money online space where people just like flex on you with their watch and their Lambo outside and just all this BS. I experienced this too when I was first looking into ways to make money online, but I realized that I have a deep passion for helping young men who are just a couple steps behind me get to where I am right now. Like, that is my mission, that is my purpose, and that is what I feel called to do from God. Because when I do that type of work, I'm cool with making less money and I'm cool with working harder. It's insane. And so making $50K per month in the agency, it was great, but I actually started slowly working with a couple people. Like, I've been posting videos on this YouTube channel for a couple months now. I started working with other people that were just like myself in the past. Maybe 16 to 24 years old, tired of the education system, tired of being lied to, tired of seeing all these gurus just flex on you every day on social media. You want to make money online because you want to give back, you want to support your parents, you want to elevate in your social circle and prove your dickhead friends wrong. You want to prove your parents wrong that making money online is real. I have a deep passion for helping individuals like you. And so I actually went from making $50K per month in the agency to now making less money, but it's a million times more fun, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And my intention in this video is not to just create this entire 22 minutes here and just like sell you something at the end. But here's the thing. If you feel like this journey that I went through over the course of a few years, if you feel like that kind of resonates with where you're at right now in life, and you're looking for somebody that can genuinely go in and help you go through the process of actually making money, I strongly recommend you subscribe to this channel and check out some of my other videos, because on this channel, we keep things real. No flashy cars, no flashy watches, no, oh, here's the best business model in 2025. Like, I might make that video from time to time, but it's very rare. This video and this channel is designed to be an entire channel where you can binge watch videos that actually provide real value and change your life. And I'm gonna sit here and say the shit that most people aren't willing to say, because I honestly don't need your money. There are tons of free trainings on my channel of how to actually make money, how to get started with online business models, how to do outreach, how to land your first role, etc. And as I mentioned a couple times in this video, I actually do have a one-on-one mentorship program. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's the thing though. I only want you to even check that out if you watch enough content from me and if you decide that you trust me. I want you to have a filter on right now. Is this guy legit? Is what he's saying to me actually legit? Does he know what he's talking about? And the way that you're gonna answer those questions is by watching more of my videos to see if I'm even the person to help you. And if you go through my stuff and you're like, dude, I mean, this guy that can't even grow facial hair and has a baby face, yeah, I don't really want to work with him, then that's fine. Feel free. But if you watch more of my videos, or even if you just watch this video and you're just like, dude, Trevor, I can see how working with a mentor and getting help from somebody who has already gone through exactly what I'm looking to go through, I can see how that can help me, then what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite you to book a call with myself. I'm not like some famous influencer where you need to show up to the call and just like glaze me all day. Like, no. You and I are going to get on that call. I'm going to ask you questions and get a good idea of where you're at right now in your life. Then I'm going to ask you questions around what your goals are. And then based on what we talk about, if it makes sense, I'll share with you a little bit more about how I can help you. There is going to be an investment. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but inside of the program of people that I've already helped, we have over a 90% success rate. So people work with me, they go through this process, and it works 90% of the time. And if you promise that you do the hard work, and if you don't bury your head in the sand after you run into one small hurdle, I know that I can help you. And so if you feel called to, and if you have the courage to, and if you want to change your life, go ahead and book that call down below. You and I can jump on and I can help you out. But other than that, hopefully, even if you're not going to book a call, hopefully this video inspired you to keep going down your path. Go check out some of my other videos, scope me out, see if I'm legit, and hopefully this video will be one of those videos that you look back into a couple months or a couple years down the line and you realize that this was the start of the domino effect that allowed you to be successful. Peace out.